Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 episode number 9 reaction. Okay, the previous episode, we had the episode divided into two sections. The first section was Yuji's section where we get to see Yuji go and fight one of the curses, and we get to see like a little showcase of his newfound new powers, and how he has trained and how he has prepared himself. And yeah, it was good. We didn't really go deeper down, otherwise we would have met Mahito, and Mahito left before that. So that's one thing. The next thing is where we get to see more of Gojo. So the Gojo situation is where they literally are luring in Gojo into a place where there's a lot of people, because his power, his domain cannot really be used just like that. More people there are, more they get involved in that whole situation, and the more it is difficult for Gojo to unleash his power. So taking this opportunity, they're trying to stall for time, so that I think Geto is going to use that thing. What, I forgot the name of it. Prison something it was called, prison artifact or something. I forgot the name. Whatever it was, he's going to use that on Gojo. So I'm guessing they're planning to stop Gojo, or kind of seal Gojo somewhere, and they're trying to bite for time because of that. And that's what they're literally doing. That's why they lured Gojo in a place where there's a lot of people trying to stall him. So yeah, let's see what happens in this episode. This is episode number 9. Let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's begin. Alright, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Question to user. True. Why is this starting like this? Eh? Strong. Oh my god, why are they starting like this? God damn. Is it getting cold? What's happening? Oh boy. Mm. Shibuya incident opened the door. Right. Weed. Oh, Hanami, yeah. Damn. God damn. Oh my god. Yeah. Whoa, what's... Oh! Ew. Yeah, okay. Right. No. Okay. Yeah, yeah. That's why he touched him. All these people might be like, what's happening here? Damn. Don't lift the amplifier. Oh! Oh my god. Yo! Hmm. Oh yeah, the whole blood manipulation or whatever this guy does. Yeah, he's a human. Yeah. Oh. Oh, I remember seeing him in season 1. They showed him briefly. Yo. Damn. Oh my god. Oh, he'll try to attack the people. Oh, that's it for Hanami. He's vaporized. Nothing is left. Alright, time for target 2. That is Jogo. Embodiment. Oh. Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. 1 minute? Wait, you can only. What? What's the point of that? Oh, wait. Oh, so you have to keep him still for 1 minute. So that. I think so. That's what he's saying. Like within range. Funny how Hanami's playing Mahjong. Wow. Damn. Yo, run. Gojo. The hell? Okay. You are still trying to attack him? Choso, that's his name. This guy. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Damn. Oh boy. Okay, what's happening over here? Like people are like, oh yeah, the wait, is Maito still here? Oh, he was here. Yeah, he left. We saw that. Oh no. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh god, this will be troublesome. The transmuted humans are going to come out, or monsters, and they'll try to attack. Okay. Oh my god. So this is their plan. Oh no. Oh god, here we go. Yeah. Oh god. Yep, that's what they're planning. Guys, you better move. Oh my god. Uh, oh, this guy is here. Well, Hanam is dead. Oh god. Oh boy. Can someone please take care of Mahito? I just. Yeah, great. Whatever. Whoa. Oh, they, oh my god. They blocked the whole thing. And now they, okay. God damn. Wait. He himself, okay. Yeah. But if it is at this degree, yeah. Yep, there you go. I knew he was going to do it. Because, yeah, like, no, what's happening? Oh, okay, here we go. Oh! Within that amount of time, he'll try to kill all the. Yeah, at that small amount of time wouldn't turn, yeah. Exactly. So he's going to use the bare minimum he can and try to wipe out every. Okay, that is crazy. Yeah. Okay. He's scanning. He's like, is there anyone left? Obviously, he cannot take care of the big ones. That is Jogo, Mahito, and my God. Might wake up this person. Okay. And that's why he was like, and that's why he's cold because he did it so fast. I think. Like, it God damn. Um, yeah, well, PTSD is definitely going to be a thing to all these people. However, better than dying, I guess. What's happening? The hell is that? Wait, did the 20-minute. What the hell? Oh no. Well, obviously he's surprised. How can this guy still be alive? He killed him. Okay, here's. I'm pretty sure this is someone else. This isn't Ghetto. Oh wait, it is him? Wait, what? Like, there's a stitch in his head. Like, that's the main difference. Like, wait, in his brain. Can muster the strength either. No, you're not. Six eyes. Yeah. What the hell is that? What the? Ah! So, yeah, it's someone else. Replace the body in different. Oh. Oh, that's why he's using his. Wait, who is this? Seal. What? Yeah, Utah, yeah. Yeah, but oh my god. The hell? Wait, this is Mekamaru, isn't it? No, whose voice is that? Is that Mekamaru? I think I have no idea. I think it's Mekamaru. That's what it seemed like. Wait a minute. So yeah, it was kind of obvious that it wasn't Geto. Who the hell is that? It's a brain. So so this brain has been the mastermind from the beginning. So he. Okay, so many questions. First of all, when the hell did he get inside the body? And also, so wait, what did Gojo like? Gojo said like like they said something like didn't let Shoko do anything to the body. So what did Gojo do to the body? Did he? I doubt he just left it there. He definitely like took it somewhere and probably I don't know buried it or did something. I'm talking about Geto's body. And then like what? Okay, you know what? I'm sure they'll answer our questions in the future. Okay, that is it. Right. Okay, so this was episode number 9 of Jujutsu Kaisen season 2. Oh my god. So I got a bad feeling as soon as the whole first section started playing and talking, asking about like, oh, what is Satoru Gojo to you? And everyone's like, were like answering their own questions, like, answers. And in the end, they were all like, oh, he's the strongest. I'm like, all right, they're going to pull something in this episode. And yeah, there you go. As we see in the end, what happens. All right, overall, this was like a really crazy episode, a shocking episode. Not only like did what like happened in the end, and like Gojo being captured. Not only that, the fact that Geto is actually not Geto, which I guess I kind of like realized. I'm pretty sure everyone realized who has been watching this after watching the movie. Like, yeah, this isn't Geto. Geto is not like that. Geto, we saw in the movie. Geto had a very different type of personality. His personality was more as if yeah, he definitely didn't like the current conditions, the way the world works, but he still had like respect, and he respected the sorcerers. He wanted to see like younger generation like get better and all that stuff. That's why he never harmed anyone or killed anyone, all that things. So that was Geto. And he cared for the people that he worked with, all the people that helped him fight, like in the fight versus Utah. Everyone, he made sure in the end that he told Gojo that take care of them, and Gojo did that. That was Geto, not this dude who I doubt he cares about Mahito or people who are working with him. I doubt he cares about them as well. Like, this person, whoever the hell he is just, it's not Geto. It's pretty obvious after watching the movie. So I knew it wasn't Geto, but I didn't know what happened, how it happened. What I thought was like this is someone in Geto's form or something. Turns out it is actually Geto's body. It's just that the brain has been replaced or whatever. Like, not replaced, but like someone else's brain is there in his head, and he's like using his techniques, and that is why he needed him to get a grasp of his powers. Geto's powers, his innate abilities. That was the first thing. And the next thing was like obviously like Gojo getting sealed. The other surprising and the most shocking part of this episode was Gojo clearing out all the transmuted human beings within like 1 minute or something. He did. I'm gonna go and read that part again. So a lot of crazy stuff happened in this episode, and yeah, that was okay. That was something. Good God. Okay, so yeah, overall this was, I don't know. Like, they did say that they sealed him, and I think Geto said something like, "Oh, I sealed you for 100 or 1,000 years or something." But this is Gojo we are talking about. So, will that work? I'm trying to think. Will it work? Like, they did say something in the end as well, that this prison realm or whatever it was called, it won't really like it will work, even though Gojo has like the supreme power of limitless and all that. It will work. It says something like that over there. But I don't know, like, let's wait and see. I doubt, I refuse to believe that this is like it for Gojo and he's sealed forever or something. Like, even if Gojo's not able to do something from the inside, maybe we can do something from the outside. Or I don't know. Let's wait and see. Either way, yeah, this was a crazy episode. I would have loved if each and every one of these crazy, like the only curse who was defeated was Hanami, and Hanami was probably the last person, or the least person, like the last person I hated. Out of all the characters that I hated in all of the in this whole group, Hanami was probably the least hated one, at least for me. And he's the one who ended up dying. And I'm like, God damn, couldn't you have taken someone else, like maybe Jogo or Mahito? Like, I would have been extremely happy if Mahito is the one who died, you know, instead of Hanami. Like Jogo would also be okay, but Hanami, I'm like, yeah, the one person that I didn't really hate that much, that was Hanami, is the one who ended up dying, and all the everyone else is scurrying around like rats still. Like I passionately hate Mahito. This guy pisses me off so much. I don't know what to say. Like it started at first. I was pretty chill with him when he was like with the whole Yuta situation at the beginning. I even thought like, oh, maybe he's like helping Yuta or something. Oh my god, no, he was not helping him. He was doing the opposite. And not only that, like from that point onwards, like he pisses me off whenever he comes. And I don't know, like yeah, like I really wanted Mahito to go in this episode, but he's still there, obviously, like still here to annoy us. And now, oh god, and you know what, I feel like Mahito is probably going to, like, the end of Mahito, if Mahito, like, gets defeated, it'll probably be Yuji who's going to defeat him, because that's how it seems is going to be. Like, that's how, I'm pretty sure that's how the anime is going to build the whole thing up, because Yuji has a lot of hatred towards Mahito. And yeah, it's like they're probably going to do something like that. So I doubt he's going to get defeated now, unless and until it's Yuji who does it. Good god. Anyways, but yeah, alright, so there you go. That was this episode overall. Yeah, crazy episode. Now that, like, Satoru is sealed, I don't know what is going to happen. All these, like, like, curses, they're going to go rampant now. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so that was this episode overall. Yeah, that was that. Now I'm going to switch to a more detailed discussion. I'm going to talk about it like step by step, and just like I usually do, go through the different scenes and see and talk about it. Right. Okay, so in the beginning, like I said, it immediately gave me red flags when, like, the first scene of this episode was excuse me, to you Satoru Gojo is. I'm like, what is this? What is this begin? Why are they beginning like this? that was major red flags immediately. And everyone's like, oh, like, like, you just like my teacher, and like, Fushiguro's like, oh, he did kind of help me out, so I'm kind of, indebted to him. Nobara's like, I don't really know him that well, but everyone in the end said the same thing. He's the strongest. And I'm like, yeah, it doesn't look good. Why are they starting like this? What's going on? Oh god. And yeah, and then we get like a scene of Gojo, like, like breathing, like, like, and like blood on his face. Yeah, alright. And then we go back a little bit, and we get to see the whole scene, what happened. So first of all, we get to see Gojo, like, comes down, and Gojo's like first taunts Hanami, and he's like, right, come, like, fight me if you want. So Hanami and Jogo starts fighting against him, and Gojo just like gets Jogo's hand and like crushes it completely, breaks it off, and then okay, so Hanami here is kind of thinking a lot of things. First of all, they realize that he has lifted the limitless technique. So they're like, oh, he has lifted it. Hanami says he's not making minor adjustment to the cursed technique. Is he planning to just use his cursed energy to attack the smallest possible skates in the crowd? Like, he's trying to think, like, what's going on, what's Gojo doing? Okay, so Hanami lifts the amplification. Jogo's like, don't do that, but it's too late. Gojo comes in, grabs onto his face, and just pulls the roots or whatever the hell that is, the branches in his eyes out. And Jogo says the reason why I'm still safe is that the amplification protects me. He's already strong in his cursed technique manipulation and physical techniques. Yeah. Right. So then we get to see this guy. His name is Chozo, I think, or Choso, something like that. He uses like blood manipulation. And okay, you know what? This is where I realized that I've seen this guy before. When Gojo says he must be a death painting with a physical body, I immediately realized, like, wait a minute, I've actually seen him in season 1. You know, when the whole death painting arc, or that whole thing, where this guy, they showed him in the end. Not Mahito, sorry. Yeah, Geto was like kind of like this. Wasn't there like 3 of them, or was it? Oh, my memory's a bit hazy. I don't remember, but I remember seeing him in that scene. So I'm like, oh my god, I've seen him. Like, I was like, oh, this is a new character. No, it's not. It's just him, and he's a human, you know. So he's a death painting with a physical body. In the previous episode, I was able to realize he's a human because I think there was like a scene where they said something like, the human beings, they were like, oh, there's only 2 people talking here, while a few others were like, wait, 2, there's 4. And I'm like, oh wait, so that means obviously Jogo and Hanami are curses, so the people cannot see him. The fact that a few people can see Gojo and the other dude, that is Chozo, that would mean Chozo is a human. And that's how I was like, oh, he's a human being. I was able to realize. So yeah, here it's confirmed that he's a human, but he's a death painting with a physical body. And Gojo's like, I'm going to take care of him later. But first, let's take care of these curses. And yeah, okay. Gojo says, the more you want to use amplification to neutralize my technique, the more powerful technique I'll use to maintain it. So both of them try to attack him, but it's not like connecting. This big piece of wood has run out of strength. Yeah, and you can see that Gojo immediately takes that opportunity because he's like, yeah, you know what, Hanami is way weaker now, so let me take care of him first. So yeah, he goes there and he starts crushing him into the wall and goes more and more closer to him, and little by little completely pulverizes him, and he's like just blasted to smithereens. And you can see here Jogo's like, oh, Gojo Satoru, look at me, I'm going to kill these human beings. Gojo doesn't care. He keeps going. And that was definitely the correct decision at that point of time. And he did it. And you can see that Jogo realizes, like, yeah, I cannot really do anything. Because you remember in the previous episode, Geto himself said that don't try to kill human beings. If you kill them, Satoru will immediately just just leave everything and like realize like, yeah, it's in no way is it possible to save everyone, and go full on crazy on you guys. He's trying to subdue himself because of the humans here. So if you attack the humans, he'll leave everything and go full out on you guys. Because if he doesn't do that, that will be putting the cart before the horse, isn't it? Like, Gojo is trying to save the humans, that is why he's limiting his power. If these guys start killing them, what's the point? You know, that's why it'll be putting the cart before the horse. So that is why Gojo will immediately like leave everything and go full on out, which will be very disadvantageous for them to stall time. They need to stall time. That's the whole thing. So you see, like, Jogo tries to kind of intimidate him into like, you know, like looking at this direction, and tries to kind of like threaten him that, oh, I'm going to attack these humans, but he cannot do that. He will not do that at that point of time, and he doesn't, obviously. And you know, Satoru's like completely destroys Hanami, and then he starts going towards Jogo. And this is what I'm saying, of all the curses, it was Hanami who had to go. They could have taken out the other 2. Like Mahito wasn't even here at this point. They could have taken like Jogo. If Jogo would have gone, it would have been better in my opinion. Like, that guy is a problem. Good God. Yeah. So okay. So after that, we get to see like they had like a plan, and Geto kind of talked to them about this previously while playing mahjong. So Geto said, there's nothing the prison realm cannot see. Okay, here we go. Here's where he says this. There's nothing the prison realm cannot seal. So here, they're like, oh, but there should be a condition, right? Obviously, it could not be that strong that it could just literally stop Gojo without having any condition. Yeah, so he says 1 minute. Okay. Jogo's like, what? After the door of prison realm is opened, the effective range of the seal is about within a radius of 4 meters. Radius of 4 meters, okay. We have to keep Sato Gojuru within the range for 1 minute. Oh, so okay. So the thing has to open, the prison, what did he call it? The prison, I just forgot. The prison realm? No. What? Yeah, prison realm, that's the name. So the prison realm, after, okay, wait a minute. After the door of prison realm is opened, door of prison realm, okay, they have to keep them within 4 meters for 1 minute. And Jogo gets pissed. Jogo's like, the hell are you talking about? Like, how can we do that? He's literally the strongest. And he's like, oh, you're not putting all these unsolvable problems to us, aren't you? You know, like you're trying to trick us? Is that why you're teaming up with us? And he's like, oh no, it's fine. It's okay. Even though I said 1 minute. Okay. Oh, I just realized. Oh my god, this part kind of confused me. I just realized. You know, in the end, when Geto says like when I said 1 minute, it meant 1 minute in Gojo's head. I just realized, even though the whole thing that he did getting all these those things happened within 0.2 seconds, in Gojo's head it was 1 minute or something like that, and that's all it needed. So even though in the outside world it was like 0.2 seconds that's passed, in Gojo's head it was way over 1 minute, and that is all that was required. That's why it worked. You know, I think so. Okay, I'm going to go to that part and see that, watch that part again and read that part again. I think that's what happened. Because here, Geto, like, didn't really complete his sentence. He says, like, oh, yeah, it's okay. I said 1 minute, but, and that's it. They don't really complete the sentence, just like animes usually do. And in the end, he completes it. And in the end, he says something like, it's only 1 minute in Gojo's head. Okay, that makes sense. Anyways, so here you can see after destroying Hanami, Jogo starts running, and Gojo starts following him. Okay, so Jogo starts chugging the people towards Gojo, and then Chozo also uses his, what do you call it, blood thing to go through people's head. I'm guessing he tried to probably stop, tried to at least stop Gojo from realizing that he's being attacked by shooting through the people's head, and I don't know, camouflaging his attack or something. But obviously Gojo's Limitless is on. Yeah, so it doesn't work. People who cannot see Cursed Spirit are starting to dodge me. Yeah, so there's like a big ring around him, and he can easily see the attack coming within that ring. And he's like, the more people decreases, with enough space I can catch the volcano head. So yeah, here you can see that Gojo decided something. He's like, I cannot save everyone here. And while all of this is happening, over there Geto's just sitting down, and he's like, oh, it's still not time, like you need to make him more tensed up. Right, so over there Yuji finds this one person who's like cowering and who's like very afraid. And he's just like, what happened to you? And she's like, oh, like every people, they were like, they became monsters in the train. I was the only one who was able to come out. And she also becomes monsters and dies. And then Yuji realizes, like, wait a minute, the train? That would mean the train is filled with those monsters. And Mahito's also probably there. And he's like, oh no, Gojo Sensei is in trouble. And that's exactly what happens. And this is where, like, like the second part of the plan starts. The transmuted human being starts coming out of the train. And they start attacking, obviously, and killing everyone. And Mahito comes out, and Mahito's like, also starts killing. Everyone starts attacking and killing. And yeah, so here there's this momentary amount of time where Mahito tried to attack Gojo, but Gojo just uses his limitless. And yeah, and you can see that here the whole section, the monsters are killing the humans, they themselves are attacking the humans. Even Jogo kind of like, when Gojo tried to grab Jogo's hand, he cut his own hand off to trick him and, like, get distance. And yeah, so here you can see that they kind of, I guess you could say, kind of studied him, and they know how different Gojo is from Yuji. And he's like, Mahito's like, unlike Yuji, okay, where's that part? Yeah, unlike Yuji, he's willing to make certain sacrifices in order to exercise us properly. But with the increasing number of dead and living people, the balance of a certain amount in his mind is no longer effective. So what you have to do now is to cast unlimited void and kill us and all the humans. Only the way you can save the outside of the domain. But you cannot do that, can you? Because the casualties you envisaged are the humans killed by cursed spirits. Not by Satoru Gojo. Okay, so interesting. So their whole plan was to actually make Gojo go through this dilemma. And they were like, okay, so yeah, even though he's ready to make certain sacrifices, it should be a certain amount of people. Now that the more living and the dead human beings are increasing, he will not know what to do. In this type of situation, the best thing to do here is cast unlimited void and kill off them and human beings at the same time. That's what he should do. But he cannot do it. Because in his head, whatever casualty is going to happen because of the curses, not because of him. In his head, this wasn't a plan that I have to use my technique to kill the human beings. In his head, the certain sacrifices that had to be made would be sacrifices that happened because of the curses, not because of him. And that's why they're like, oh, he's going to be in a dilemma now. Think and be lost. But Gojo decides that, nah, you know what, I have to take this step. But he doesn't really kill the humans. He makes a little bit of a modification in his unlimited void, which is he reduces the time he's going to use it, and within that limited amount of time, he's going to take care all of the transmuted humans, so that with that little amount of time that the human beings are affected with unlimited void, they don't really get affected that much. Maybe they'll be a little bit dizzy, maybe they'll have a little bit of a nausea or something, but they'll be fine. Something like that. Okay, I'm going to again go through this part because he kind of properly explains it here. Okay, so he casts unlimited void. Okay, so, and then starts going and attacking all the monsters, the transmuted humans. Alright, a desperate 0.2 second domain expansion. Okay, 0.2 seconds is the time set by Satoru Gojo based on intuition. Okay, he thought that 0.2 second unlimited void wouldn't turn non-sources into invalids or leave them with after effects. Yeah, that makes sense. 0.2, very small amount of time. It won't really affect them that much. And Okay, just a minute. There's a few other things that they say here. Okay, during these 0.2 seconds, about half a year's worth of information, half a year's worth of information poured into the brains of the non-sorcerers, including transfigured humans. Goddamn, even in a 0.2 second, half a year's worth of information. Wow. Everyone stood unconscious. Yeah, so there you go. So it would kind of affect them, but it really wouldn't affect them that much that they're going to have side effect or they're going to become invalid. None of that will happen. So yeah. But the survivors on the fifth floor underground all successfully returned to society 2 months later. Unlimited void of this level. Yeah. So it still took them 2 months to actually properly, after they are like released from the 0.2 second void, unlimited void. It still took them like that amount of stress that it put on them. They took 2 months to become like okay again and go back to the working society. Might wake up those special great cursed spirit at the moment. Considering the counterattack, Gojo Satoru decided to deal with the transfigured humans. Yeah. Right. So after the whole thing has ended, in the end, they say the strongest Jujutsu sorcerer of modern times dealt with about 1,000 transfigured humans sent to the fifth floor underground. He wiped them all out in 299 seconds after lifting the domain. 299 seconds, that would mean that 5 minutes. Yeah, 5 minutes. Okay. But then, okay, wait a minute. This part I still don't kind of understand. Wait a minute. Strongest Jujutsu sorcerer of modern time dealt with about 1,000 transfigured humans sent to the fifth floor underground. He wiped them all out in 299 seconds after lifting the domain. Oh, wait. Also, okay, this part kind of confused me. So he did that and then he lifted the domain and then he wiped out the rest of them in 299 seconds. I think that's what they are saying here. Is that what they're saying? Yeah. So he used his domain expansion obviously and he did this whole thing. And then he, after lifting it, he took care of the other ones and it took him 5 minutes after that, I think. Okay, this part is a bit confusing me. I don't know. I think that's what happened. But then he looks at the prison realm. It's just there on the ground. So prison realm open, like Geto says that, and it opens. It's a weird looking eyeball kind of thing. Okay, and then Geto comes in. Obviously, Gojo is surprised. Gojo's like, what the hell? How are you here? Who are you? Is this transformation technique and all that he's thinking? And yeah. So all the memories go through his head. Okay, I mean 1 minute of Satoru Gojo's brain time. There you go. He completes his sentence here. Okay, I think I'm kind of still not clear about this part. Wait a minute. So Was his brain like really working fast in this situation? Because remember, like that's what he said, that you need 1 minute of Gojo Satoru's brain time. When the prison realm will open its doors, that's what happened here. You saw like it was sitting there. I think that's what happened. It opened the doors. Gojo looked at it, moved back. Geto comes in and Geto's like, hi there. He looks back and then he kind of thinks of all the things that have happened in his past with Geto. All goes through his head. So, and then the prison realm kind of attaches itself to him. That's mean it has started the sealing process. That would mean 1 minute has passed within Gojo's head. How did that happen? Is it because since he has been using the domain, since he has been working so fast within that 0.2 second of time, is that the reason why in his brain, the workings of his brain is like in a high speed currently? Even though he's taken out the domain, it is still like that. And that is why the amount of time it took for the prison realm to activate was very less, since Gojo's brain was going in a fast speed still at that point of time. Is that what happened here? Because I don't understand this part. Because it's clear here that when the door opens, it should be 1 minute in Satoru's head. But he wasn't using any domain, he wasn't using anything. He was clearly just standing there. And then it immediately happened. So that would mean that's what I'm thinking. That's why I'm thinking like maybe his brain was like still in high speed. And that is why 1 minute of time already passed within that few seconds in Gojo's brain. And you saw that part where he like goes through all the memories within like a few seconds of time. Yeah, maybe that was like an indication that his brain was like working so fast here that 1 minute immediately passed in his head, I think. Okay, anyways, let me know if I'm incorrect or if I'm misunderstanding something here. Right, so Geto's like, how can I be distracted in battle? That's not good, Satoru, and like typical, villains, trash talking. Alright, so Gojo realizes that he cannot use his cursed energy, he's like, cannot muster strength, so yeah, it's literally sealed him. So he's like, who are you? And he's like, I'm Geto Suguru. And he's like, obviously not. Like, my 6 eyes, according to my 6 eyes, they indicated that you are Suguru Geto. But my soul says that it's not you. And he's like, you found me out. And takes out the thing, the stitch. Opens his freaking head. Okay, I wasn't expecting this. And he's like, this. He makes this weird face, and you can see his cerebrospinal fluid just like going down his face. His brain has a mouth and teeth. Obviously, this is not Geto, it's someone else completely. You know what, this scene is such a weird scene, especially looking at his face, the way he's laughing. This scene reminds me of a certain Gintama scene. I don't know which scene it was, but I remember seeing this face somewhere in some other anime. It's Gintama. I'm 100% sure. It's one of the Shogun episodes in Gintama. Shogun made one of these weird faces, I remember. Random thing popped in my head. I saw this face and I'm like, wait a minute, I kind of recognize this face. Where have I seen this face? And then I realized it's Gintama. Anyways, oh my god. So yeah, this is not Geto. And he's like, how can you tell? Okay, so he kind of explains what he did. So he says that this kind of technique can replace the body indefinitely as long as the brain is transferred. Okay. Of course, I can also use the technique engraved in the body, and that's why he needed his body. I coveted his cursed spirit manipulation and also intentionally created the situation. You didn't have Shoko Eri get rid of Geto Suguru's body, right? If he did that, this wouldn't have happened, I'm guessing. And yeah, and he puts it back in. And he's like, thanks to you, I was able to get this body. Don't worry, the seal will be over soon. It'll take 100 or maybe 1,000 years. That's what he says. And he's like, yeah, you know what? You're too strong, man. Like, you being here would be a big problem to me and my goals. So yeah, go to sleep. Come back after the world has changed. I'll meet you there. After 1,000 years. But like Gojo says that, oh, but you're forgetting. Who did that to your body? It wasn't me. It was Yuta. And he's like, he's fine. His strength was the reason for his strength was have both are the result of him having to detain his loved one's soul. Yeah, and that's why he was so strong. It's a pity Yuta Okotsu cannot become you. Yeah, and there's also another thing I just realized, that the fact that Yuta was able to defeat Geto, a big reason behind it is that Geto was Geto. Geto wasn't this person. If Geto was this person, he would have immediately killed a lot of people, and probably wouldn't have because Geto had plenty of time to kill Maki, Panda, everyone, all of them who were fighting against him. He had plenty of time to kill them and then go for Yuta, but he didn't do that because he even though he was a villain, as a character he wanted sorcerers to excel, so he didn't want to take out the young lives of sorcerers who might someday accomplish something big. That was him. This dude, however, this is someone different. So Yuta versus Geto, that happened before, I wouldn't really say that the same result is going to happen this time, because this guy is different. He's way more ruthless. He can do a lot of things. This isn't Geto. So that's also another thing I'm thinking, that the result probably won't be the same. I don't know. I have no idea. Yuta's strong, but I don't know. In no way I can see him defeating this person, whoever he is. But yeah. And then he's like, oh, good night, Gojo Satoru. See you after 1,000 years. We'll meet again after in a new world. Now here's something happened. What's his name? Yuji. Something like his ear, the thing. Okay, yeah, this is, no, wait, who is this? I'm trying to recognize the voice. It is Mekamaru, isn't it? I'm not really sure. I cannot. He says we don't have enough time. I'll say it once, so listen carefully. Gojo Satoru has been sealed. I think that's what it says. Yeah. Right, so I think that is Mekamaru. I'm not really sure. Either way, yeah, now what? Now what do we do? The only person who, I don't know, who could have done something in this situation and who has unlimited power, not just has the ultimate power, Gojo just got sealed. So I'm trying to think, they are saying that it's going to be 100 or 1,000 years. I doubt that will be the case. I'm sure he will be unsealed. It'll probably take a while for them, but I'm sure eventually he's going to get unsealed. But the problem is that time that they'll need to unseal him, that time would be probably one of the most dangerous times for these guys, because now these monsters are there. This is the thing. I've said this before, characters who are this strong, like Gojo, they become a problem for the development of the other characters, because they can literally take care of everything. So that is why all the time they either make them unavailable or something like that. They're not available for most of the time, that something crazy happens, so the other characters can grow. And this is literally why they had to seal Gojo. Because him being here would hinder other characters' development and growth. That's why the author had to do it. obviously. Like what else reason can you think? And obviously the villains, they also knew that this guy's a problem, so we have to take care of him first. So literally both the villains and the author had the same thing in their mind. They were like, yeah, Gojo is too strong. We need to somehow stop him and freeze him for a momentary amount of time where he won't be able to do anything, so that within that amount of time we can make the other characters grow. This is the same thing that it's like the same situation in One Punch Man as well. Saitama is too so strong that he half of the time he's late, he doesn't know what's happening, or he's nowhere near whatever is going on. He's just watching television or something when like something crazy is going on. So that's the thing. Strong characters, two OP characters like this needs some kind of a reason to, they need to somehow seal them for a amount of time, so that within that amount of time the other characters can develop. And that's literally what is happening here. And yeah, like I don't know what is going to happen now, but it was a good plan. I have to give that to the enemies. They knew what they were doing, they knew what they had to do. They had their targets set, that is Gojo Satoru, need to stop him before we do anything. And that's what they did. And yeah, now we're in trouble. So let's wait and see where this goes. So that is it. That is my reaction to episode number 9 of Jujutsu Kaisen season 2. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. And yes, that is it. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys next week with another episode of Jujutsu Kaisen. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.